Okay, so Justin and Ethan are progressing very well on the tile pattern. We're getting the tiles laid down, and as each course gets laid down, we're pulling out the areas that will be exposed for paint. The floor was based with a black paint with a very light gray spatter over that for texture. When I painted this, the paint color from the previous show was a gray concrete look, gray, some mistings of brown, some various spatter. And I wasn't even very careful when I based the floor to cover all that up. And in fact, I'm not even seeing any of it showing through. But it was kind of like, hey, it all adds to the texture of the tile. So I would just kind of worked with what I did and put a very thin coat of black paint on to not get a high buildup on the stage. I'm going to note right here that I am not a scenic painter. I am a carpenter by nature, but I have had to establish a kind of a bag of tricks to get through my work here. And so one of them was this tile pattern. The first time I used this was about 18 years ago for a production of Laughter. No, actually it was before. First time I did a full stage pattern of this was for Laughter on the 23rd Floor about 18 years ago. I've been cutting the square tiles for many years out of scrap masonite in 1 foot squares. Just so whenever I get a scrap of masonite that I could throw away, that I get a 1 foot square piece out of, I cut it into a tile to have for this. You could go, if you're wanting to start a whole big project like this, you could go out and buy a whole bunch of masonite and cut it up. Maybe that's just the way that I did it. The reason we do this type of work for this tile is to get nice crisp edges and to get tile that has texture. Each of these, the black tiles will have the light gray texture. The green tiles that we'll paint will also have a kind of a blue texture. And that's something that can't be achieved very easily if you're hand painting tiles. And if you've ever had to take on a project like this, where you might be chalking out lines and trying to hand paint individual squares on a stage, it can be tedious and take forever. So I find this to be a superior method.